Wow.
Hey, how's it going out there? That was a little George Benson, little Georgie Benson. That's Norman Brown, little George Benson. That's what they used to call him at school. What a fantastic player he is. But anyway, hey, welcome to another live stream. It's a beautiful day in Atascadero, California, and here we are coming live. Not dead, almost dead, but we're live here from Atascadero. So Gail is working the message board. Wes is here. Wes, say hi.
Hey, everybody. We already got 66 people on the stream today. This is awesome. Good start.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Keep the momentum rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. This train ain't stopping. We're going.
Come on, baby, do the locomotion. You get it.
That's a good song, that affirmation there. I like that.
Yeah, Jose Feliciano, I guess, wrote it. Isn't that funny?
Hilarious.
I think it kind of is. Yeah, that is a good song. And, you know, I've played that song many, many, many times. And it still tests your ability because, you know, you want to double time on it. You want to play it. You got a long time to play a lot of licks. And gee whiz, you know, if you keep playing the song over and over and over, you keep playing the same licks over and over and over and stuff. And I don't know. There's a fine line between playing something too much and not enough. It's crazy. So that's the name of that song. Yeah, that's a wonderful song. George Benson's Affirmation, which is on the website. And we have the track. And it's kind of a cool track. Didn't you think? Did you like the track, Wes?
Yeah, there's some interesting things going on with it, for sure. Yeah, I don't know.
That was a lot.
Retro.
That was, you know, I recorded all those parts. You know that, right? It was not a band.
Even that weird triangle thing. Ding,
Yeah,
ding,
yeah,
ding, ding,
yeah,
ding.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ching, ching, ching. Yeah, you gotta beef it up, man.
Yep. So anyway, let's chat about what we got coming up today.
Okay.
Yeah?
Chat away.
So I got a couple stories for you guys coming up here. We love guitar auctions.
Yes, we do.
I got 2 guitars going up for sale, including one that was owned by a guitar icon who used it to create a whole new sound.
Really?
In the late 60s. When you see the design of this Gibson SG, there's a hint for you, Gibson SG.
That's it.
You'll easily recognize it.
Oh, yeah?
And these are going to go up for millions of dollars. So,
Let me get out my checkbook.
Exactly. One of Hollywood's biggest stars,
Yes?
an actor,
Yes?
might have a new deal with Fender.
Oh.
What? Huh? How does that work? This
Well,
actor is also a musician, and he's been in tons of huge movies. You'll definitely know who he is.
I bet I know, but I'm not going to say that.
I don't think you do. Anyway, he put out a teaser video on Fender's Instagram page that makes us think that, hey, he might have a signature guitar coming out, which would be pretty interesting.
Awesome.
And then you'll relate to this one as well as some of our viewers. A world-famous rock and roll guitar player is now talking about his arthritis.
That's a subject we're all interested in.
Exactly. But he says that his arthritis is actually kind of a good thing. So how does that work?
I don't know.
Yeah, huh? That's interesting, right?
It's great if you want to play slide guitar.
Yeah, and that's not what he's doing. But anyway, this is what you call in the business some teases. So there you go. Yeah.
Teases.
What do you got for us? You got some stuff.
I've got some teasers for you. We will talk about this guitar, the Premier SS. We will definitely do that. It's now set up for jazz. We're going to talk about that. Or are we talking about it now?
No, you're gonna keep.
Tease.
Remember how I did the rundown?
Yes.
Now, all you got to do is follow along the rundown.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, we're going to compare this DAngelico to some other guitars in this price range.
One other guitar in this price range.
One other guitar. And then we're going to look at this L5 up there with the pickup, with the new pickup ring that Rob Riggs made. We're going to take a listen to that.
It's a decorative pickup cover.
Right, it has, yeah. It's,
A decorative pickup cover. And this is going to become a thing.
I think it might.
Yes.
You never know. I mean,
So we got to start thinking of a name for it.
that's a good idea. Let's,
Yeah.
guys, think of a name. When we talk about this, we'll think of a name. We're also going to work on a thing on the T's. It's called a lesson that I did many years ago. It's called the Blues Scale Potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
And so anyway, that's what I got going on, Wes.
Awesome.
So, Wes, why don't you say hi to the viewers?
Yeah, we got a lot of people here.
Before they leave.
There
Jeez.
is, yeah. W.C. Ray's here. Carlos Campos.
Rob Briggs, hey, man, and Jim Ruffy.
Tom's here. Tom's our accelerator guy. Paul's here. He's an accelerator guy.
Joel Henderson.
Yeah.
Joel, and he's got a brother that lives in Moore Park. Small world.
There you go. Jim needs to hook up with them.
Joel, I need to apologize to you about you wanting to get that guitar. And I know I just kind of dropped the ball on everything. I'll get back to you.
I'll tell you right now, Joel, he's really good at dropping the ball. That's one of his specialties.
You know, Wes, I should have dropped
I'm always
you
there
when you were a little
to.
baby.
You probably did.
I
a few
probably,
times.
that's what happened. This is what happens when the fetus doesn't get enough oxygen. You get a
Right.
kid like Wes.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mark Larkins is here. I'm sure Mark's going to have a request maybe for us coming up here. On
Hey,
this
Mark.
DAngelico. Adrian Lee, Paul Peeman, Pat Evans, Yuri Lupkin,
Eddie
Eddie
Davis,
Andrew from New Jersey, all the guys, Kim, Carly, Richard Jenkins, and DC.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Al's here with He Never Returned as a Horse. How's it going, Al? Gordon Zoot from Birmingham. Yeah, this is an international show. So
It is.
yeah.
It is international.
This is great. So anyway, Jasper from the Netherlands.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great to have all you guys here. Thanks for showing up early and on time. And
Procrastination is
Yeah.
my middle name. Da-da-da. What is that song? Procrastination. I keep thinking of infatuation, or it was procrastination. You know that song, Wes?
I do not.
It was fastened. It was procrastination. It was procrastination. Across the nation.
Mike Taylor from Baltimore is joining us as well. Thanks for tuning in there, Mike. Daryl Queen.
Daryl Queen.
Pat
Pat Evans. Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, you have some. What's going on with the announcements? You got some things to talk about.
Okay, well, all right. So remember that Herb Ellis that we had last week? God.
I do. Yeah. That thing was sweet. That was a really.
That was the cleanest Herb Ellis we've ever had.
Yeah.
I should have kept that. All right, that's we got that. Sold to Herb Ellis. Oh, look at this. Okay, so I got some new parts I got a 775 in. It had a lot of the pickup rings were discolored, you know. So I bought new pickup rings. Now, I generally hate to pay full price for anything.
God.
Right? I mean, you know, like when you go on eBay, you can get pickup rings for like $8. The problem is half the time they don't fit. And boy, you know, I've wasted a lot of money and time trying to get pickup rings, pickup covers to fit over the old ones that don't work. So, you know, you end up buying a cheap knockoff, and then you realize, geez, I got to buy the real deal, and then you waste money. So I got that, and I got a new two-pneumatic bridge that I'm going to put on it. I'm going to clean it up and present it next week. So that's that, Wes.
Nice.
So you be careful when you buy pickup rings covers. Also, you got to get a neck spacing and a bridge spacing. Sometimes you don't, sometimes you do. I don't know. You never know what's going to happen on these guitars. We're also going to talk about what other announcements? Shall we? The Rob Briggs pickup cover. Oh, I know. We'll talk about that in a minute when we play something else. We're going to play another tune on this. Next week, we got Mike Dana is going to come to the Playhouse here, and we're going to do a threesome.
Oh my God.
That didn't sound right.
That was a really good way.
We're going to do
YouTube's about to block us now.
we're going to do, it'll be just the three of us in here. And so bring your questions and comments and stuff, and that'll be fun. If for those of you who haven't heard Mike Dana, you're going to be really, really surprised at
You know what's not going to be fun is me trying to rearrange this studio so we have enough room to have two people back there.
Well,
That's going to be the challenge. I should...
Yeah,
wow.
And the cameras. You know, what we could do is just play headless guitars. We'll have to get some. That might help. I don't know. And then JGA, Jazz Guitar Accelerator. Some of the guys are coming down to the end of the wire.
Why don't you quickly explain what that is? So some people that don't know what it is, just quickly go through it. Come on.
The Jazz Accelerator is where I see you twice a week and on Zoom, half an hour each time. I give you a bunch of assignments, and depending on your skill level, where you're at, and we're going to accelerate your jazz playing and your understanding of music.
It's a one-on-one jazz guitar coaching program.
Okay, well, that's good. I like that. It's a one-on-one jazz guitar coaching program. And so we've got a couple guys will be graduating, if you will, and so we'll see what happens after that. So we will have a couple spots opening up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, so it's a structured, customized, and structured lesson plan to get. It's totally catered to your skill level and your goals. Some guys want to do chord melody, fingerstyle. Some guys want to learn how to play better rhythm. Some guys want to learn how to solo better. Whatever you want to do, we're going to come up with a custom curriculum to get you to that goal. And the best part is you're not going to have to worry about what you need to practice, because you're going to know every time you sit down to practice, you know exactly what to do. No more searching around YouTube trying to find lessons and wasting a bunch of time doing that. That's what a majority of people do these days. We're the anti-YouTube. Here's some structure. Go get it done quickly and fast, and it's working out great. Get it over with. It's working out great. People are loving it for sure. So, and it's fun, definitely. So so that being said, we have 1 or 2 spots. So if you're interested in doing it, send us an email. I'll put the email in the chat real quick, but and a link to book, or I'll put a link to book a call with us. Sit down with me and him. We'll chat about it, see if you're a right fit. But we only got 1 or 2 slots to fill in the next 2 weeks. So if you're interested, get on it because they're going to fill up quick.
Attaboy, Wes. Well. Hey, did you see this? You ever see this that I got? Isn't that a cool Tal Farlow Gibson boy?
Yeah.
Nice promotional thing from Gibson. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Mark Wilkerson transcribed the whole Gibson boy solo in head, and it's a lot of work. And he sent it to me, so I got my homework ahead of me.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be cool.
Yeah. So, do we want to go over this guitar again, or
Yeah.
Okay, what it is?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do it as in depth as we did last time, but yeah, I mean,
all right.
At least say what it is.
Okay, it's 15 inches.
It's a DAngelico Premier SS.
Yeah. Okay, 15-inch lower bout, 1.5 inches thick, or 1 3/4. I think it's 1.5. And then it's a 25-inch scale length, 1 11/16 nut width, although it's just a hair bigger than that. 14-inch radius on the fretboard. It's got that Pal Ferro material for the fretboard, which is a little harder than rosewood, not as hard as ebony. It's got new bone nut, which is a very nice nut. I love that nut. And it's got the Robomatic tuners, which are really good tuners. It's got a lot of binding all over the place, mother of pearl.
And those tuners, you're really liking those, right?
I am. It's got a dual action truss rod, which I'm really liking as well. Sorry, guys. And so yeah, it's a lot of guitar for the money, and it's a was it listed $900? I think. Wes?
Yeah.
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 With a gig bag.
Right. Yeah, so last week we had it strung up at front, like came with 10s. So that's more made for bending and blues and that sort of thing. And now, tell them about the strings that you put on it.
You know what? I put my super duper set of strings on it. I'll show you a picture of the strings.
Oh, yeah. One day we're going to have to get a camera for that drawer in there, since you spend so much time digging around in there every live stream.
They're 13, 15, 20, 28, 38, 48, heavy top, skinny bottom, and flat wounds. So they seem to be very nice on this. Anyway, it's got nice fret height. It's got these Supro pickups, ebony knobs. So it's got some shit going on here.
Beep. One thing that you were talking about last week was you were concerned about the stop tailpiece.
Yes.
And the distance, and putting the fatter strings on them,
yes.
And would they be too tight? So what is the verdict on that?
Too tight.
So what is that? Is it make it hard to play? I mean,
it makes the strings
it
feel heavier than they are. Not necessarily too heavy. They're just not as floppy. So that's all. It would be nice to be able to get it in a trapeze tailpiece for jazz. I picture this guitar more as a guitar that's like a 335. It's versatile. It can get a good jazz sound, and it can rock out and blues out all over town. So this would be a great gigging guitar for the guy that's doing a gig over at the Sportsman Lodge, doing a casual wedding gig. You start with meditation, and then that by the end of the night you're playing blues and play that funky music, White Boy and all that. So it can rock out, and it can also do that, and it's priced quite nicely. Shall we play a West song?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about it. I mean,
well, it does have it's made in Indonesia. It's got the neck, a maple neck with the luthier joint on there, so they can, it's a way that they can save wood, basically.
right.
It's got a nice flame on it.
Yeah, it looks cool. The binding, it's got various, types of binding on there, right? It's got like a single ply on the neck.
Triple on the headstock.
Right.
5 ply or 6 ply around the body. So it's very beautiful guitar, I think.
Yeah. What's the weight of it? How does it feel weight-wise?
Well, for one, it's a little neck heavy, but weight-wise, I don't know. It's not as much as a Les Paul, I don't think. I don't know.
Man, I saw this guy, this kid playing over at the Mark in San Luis. They have a jazz night on Tuesday nights.
Oh, you went there?
Yeah, I just happened to be in town, and it was loud. It was so loud to where we were going to somewhere else, and the jazz was so loud that we were like, okay, well, let's go see what's going on over there. And it was their jazz jam thing,
Yeah.
with Ken and Daryl.
Oh, really?
Were the backing band, and there was this college kid from, I think, Cal Poly kid, playing a Les Paul up there with like overdrive, and they were playing. It was like a straight up bebop song that they were playing. It was pretty funny. But he sounded good. I mean, his solos were sweet. He was good. But yeah, I was just like, oh man, that would sound so much better without your overdrive and
yeah, well,
little warmer tone. Because he was good. It was a definitely good solo. So, but yeah, should get over there and join him one of these days.
Yeah,
Cool.
when
When
is that? Every Tuesday night?
No, it's the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. Yeah.
So Daryl Voss and Ken.
Yeah, and Ken was not playing a stand-up bass. He was playing electric.
Oh,
that was the first time I've seen him play.
Yeah, that's weird, huh?
Yeah, it sounded good. It was loud though. I don't know that you would be able to handle the. It was really loud. It was interesting.
Huh,
Yeah.
that's weird. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah,
they have sound reinforcement there.
I don't know. I mean, they have live music there every Saturday night, and so they were used to having louder cover bands and stuff. So, but
Okay.
anyway, so yeah, so we heard that the DAngelico there, the Premier SS, it with like the smooth jazz sound was good with the affirmation at the beginning of the live stream, but I was saying that it would be great to hear some more of a bebop thing. So yeah, let's try out some Wes Montgomery or something.
Okay. This is 4-on-6.
And I'm gonna kill the mics. Oh yeah, we should mention too that the you're going straight into the board here, so there's
Right.
no amp coloration. It's just a straight signal into our Mackie mixing board, which USB out into a computer. So not much going on other than just a little bit of reverb.
Right.
Yeah. So
A little verb, which I don't know how much verb is on there. Sounds good in mine, but sometimes I go back and listen to a replay and I think, God dang, that's too much verb on there. But I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting.
This is 4 on 6. Get ready, Wes. Okay, there it is. Anyway, so yeah, she's all strung up, all ready to go for some jazz playing. So,
I would be just real quick curious, just maybe to play just some little kind of finger style thing on it, and we'll or a chord melody or something, and I'll kill the mic so we can really, without the track, and really hear the tone quality.
okay, kill it.
All right, here's the. Nice.
Help me. Huh. Good
Yeah.
God, y'all. Hey, yeah, so anyway, there it is, a little finger style on this guitar.
Are you gonna grab that Eastman now?
I can.
Yeah, let's hear. So the Eastman, most people are, they're selling that Eastman. It's a AR372,
That's correcto.
and they're about $1,200,
That's correct.
and it's a full hollow body archtop. It's pretty nice for $1,200, but it's
pretty nice even for more than that. I
Right.
mean, it's pretty
a
nice.
similar price range to the DAngelico, which again people are selling that for around $9. So I don't know. I just thought we'd compare and contrast to the semi-hollow body to the
Hollow.
full hollow body
Full
and
on hollow.
see what we can discover here. Yeah. But yeah, those and the thing about the Eastman is you have 3 of these for sale.
That's correcto.
Yeah, so if you're interested in these kind of lower priced archtop, something that you could easily take to a gig, not worry about it getting knocked over by some drunk guy or some guy who's had too many glasses of wine at the wine bar,
Yeah.
spills his wine all over it, whatever it may be. So it is kind of or you got young kids in the house, babies running around.
Yeah, out of all the you kids, it was Natalie that knocked over when she was little my 62 175 and kind of got a little split on the binding thing. Out of all you guys, until you were older.
Right. Yeah, and then I knocked over what was it, a 66 Howard Robert Epiphone.
Yeah.
Broke the headstock off, and yeah, that was not good.
Well, those stands that don't hang by the.
Yeah, I was one of those
Those
bottom
Yeah, I hate
lifter
those stands.
things.
They're not that good.
No, but yeah, they repaired it and it worked great. It looked great. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Oops. So this guitar is little
Here, I'm gonna kill the mics here. Yeah, so that, I mean, that thing definitely sounds a little meatier and warmer, in a fingerstyle comparison.
Yeah, yeah. And it's got the bigger body, which I'm just so used to the bigger body. I like to be able to go like this with the guitar, So this is 1 3/4 nut width. The other one is 1 11/16. So 1 3/4, a lot of guys really love. I'm not one of those guys. I actually like them smaller. I like 1.5, 1 9/16. So it's my personal preference. But a lot of guys have fat fingers, like Joel Henderson, wherever he is. He likes the bigger nut width. So anyway,
John Smith asked, can you do a review on one of these? Are they available in the USA?
yeah, I've got 3 of them. They're on my website at guitarcollege.net.
Yeah, and we could probably beat the price of the other people, the shops that are selling them, because you can find them at various shops and on Reverb, like Adrian Lee said. Adrian Lee said that that's his favorite Eastman. Adrian Lee? Yeah, so that's his favorite Eastman, and he likes the one pickup version of it.
Yeah, they don't make that anymore.
Yeah, that's a bummer, because that'd be
Well,
a sweet little setup there for
it. You would think that, but sometimes it's weird, man. This 1 pickup, 2 pickup thing. Sometimes the 2 pickup, you have a little more electric sound, which maybe is better. One thing I wanted to mention about the semi-hollowbody of the DAngelico, so you don't have to worry about feedback.
That is true.
Yeah.
Adrian Lee, sorry, I said he. Sorry, Adrian. But yeah, that's cool. I didn't know they made the single pickup version. That's pretty cool. But they are sweet guitars for around $1,200, and like I said,
No $1,200. You can buy used ones.
Right. So John, yeah, if you're interested in getting one of these, I'll put the email in the chat, and just shoot us over an email, and we'll chat with you about it. But yeah, you really can't beat the price there for the quality. Let's see.
Yeah.
There you go. Just through the email in the chat there.
All right, let's look at Rob's.
But yeah, we do need to do a review on those, since you have 3 of them.
I've got old reviews. They're all the same. Got old ones on the web page.
Yeah, the problem is that you have a lot of new viewers, and I don't know, people don't necessarily just know. Oh, he probably has a other review on. You know what I mean? Like people that are watching now in this moment now know, but
right,
you got to keep doing reviews and new videos.
Yeah.
You can't just expect someone to oh, he's got 3 of these for sale. I'm gonna go dig around 3 or 4 years ago.
I should have put the review on the web page.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, I'll do that. I could do that.
But we should just shoot another one. I mean, why not? It's a popular guitar. It'd take us not that long to do it. So,
Well, you want to do it now?
No, because we got a schedule now. We're on the rundown. We gotta keep pressing forward here.
We must stick to the schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are a few other questions, if I could get to those real quick. Rick Elliott asks, ever try an orange squeezer 70s era compression? Put a boost on the front for more just enough. Ask Jay Graydon.
Yeah, I remember when those came out. Lee Ritenour used to play one of those. And as a matter of fact, I think one of us, I remember seeing a picture with the orange squeezer on them. I never liked those things. I don't know. I don't like compression that much. I don't mind limiting, but compression, I don't know what it is. I don't like it. You lose a little dynamic range.
Yeah. Al asked, "Is Pal Faro the slightly gray fingerboard?" Al's kind of got not great eyesight. But no, it looks black. It looks like ebony, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Pat Evans says, "Is the slot and nub in the headstock designed to hold doobies?" Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And you know how much we do that.
Right. Definitely. So there you go, Pat. That's an added feature just for
if you could find some pot from the '60s, it'd be okay. It'd be. Nowadays it's so strong. It's crazy.
By the way, it reeks like pot right now, and that your neighbor is growing some stuff that's
My
potent.
I can't smell a thing. So.
Oh man, it reeks. All you can smell is pot. Eddie Davis asks, "What is the price of your 13 to 48 flat wound strings?" They're 22 each, or 3 for 60, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
You get the full set of chromes, so you end up with 8 strings because you get a 10 and a 14, and then I take away the 10 and 14, and when I put it on, I've got a box full of 10s and 14s.
Yeah,
and
you
then,
can find them on Reverb. There's some guy selling 60 10s.
Yeah, exactly.
But people buy them, right? Haven't you sold?
I've sold about 40 of them.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Rob says he can attest to how great your string set is. So if you're wondering, yeah. Gordon
Thank
Zoot.
you, Rob.
Gordon Zoot. Do you know Autumn in New York?
I don't.
Yeah. All right. Al said, "How about a Mancini song today, or maybe Richard Rodgers?"
I can't think of one. I don't know. I don't know that many songs. I can't just whip those out. But maybe I can bone up and find a couple.
Right. Rick Elliott said there's a great jazz society there in Arroyo Grande. Have you ever heard of that?
Well, there's the Jazz Vespers. Yeah, that's what I played for once. Is that what he means?
No, I'm guessing
Craig Upgrove is the leader of it.
Is that the sax player?
No, he's a piano player.
Gotcha. Carlos Campos said, "Is that reverb from the Quilter amp?" And that is a no. It is from our mixing board, a Mackie Pro Effects mixing board. And then Paul P-Man.
Is it too much reverb?
I don't think so.
Okay.
You checked it before the thing, didn't you? Do your check?
It didn't work. I plugged my headphones in there, and it didn't work.
Oh, interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
We'll have to maybe try that with less than 2 minutes before showtime. Maybe one day. Paul P-Man Howland, have you considered using the line out from the Quilter Cub?
Oh. No, I have not considered that.
Yeah.
The mic would still pick it up, wouldn't it? Or would it defeat the speaker? I guess
Doesn't it just defeat the speaker, right?
Well, no, it doesn't. But I could turn off the speaker.
Right.
It's got this thing where you can. Oh, it's something to think about. Yeah.
Right.
Well, thank you.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Kim asked, do you modify or change the nut when you put your higher gauge strings on?
No.
No.
So when I get a guitar, I always, a lot of times you have to do a little work on the nut just to get the action a little lower. For me, anyways, and that's a scary situation because some people with a harder touch, it doesn't work. They make it buzz, so that's not good.
Right. Let's see. Jasper asked, "Can you play Take 5?"
Maybe.
And then Daryl Queen had a couple questions here relating to the thin line thing. He said, so if you had a 335 style guitar, this wouldn't cover any new sonic territory for you. And then he asked,
Right.
any suggestions beyond flat wounds for getting the best jazz sounds out of a semi-hollow? So you do have that 347, and it's strung with round wounds, right?
Yeah.
Rock
and roll strings.
Do you still play jazz with it, and it still sounds okay, right?
Yeah, it's a reasonable facsimile. It sounds fine until you compare it to like this, Then it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, it's fine. That's a very versatile guitar, But I just like, when I was young, I just wanted to play a fat body guitar. I don't know why I got this in my head. I just figured I needed to play a fat guitar. And so I even took a Telecaster and made it fat with cardboard, just because that's what I wanted to do. The three I've had 330s and 330 gets actually a better tone, I think, than a 335, but you can't play at super high volumes with the 330. It'll feed back. So also remember, your amp is half of the sound, right? What you think?
Yeah, I guess when you're,
Hey, Paul is on here.
Yeah.
Hi, Paul. Wait, When I Fall in Love. Let's God, I haven't played that.
Or The Way You Look Tonight. Carlos suggests tomastic rounds.
I hate tomastic strings. I don't. Oh, tomastic round wound?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't hate those strings. It's just, they're a little deader sounding,
Yeah.
Let's see, The Way You Look Tonight.
Well, before you do that, let's just really quickly talk about the that guitar and the pickup cover thing.
Okay, so look at that pickup cover. There is no pickup there. I know it's sacrilegious. I took the pickup and I didn't even disconnect it from the pot. I just cut it. And man, I thought, well, number one, it gave it a lot more high end. It made a big difference in the guitar, but it's the kind of thing. Since this is a vintage guitar, I'm thinking, well, gee, what did I do? Maybe I shouldn't have done it. But don't you think it sounds nice, though, Wes?
Yeah, let me kill the mics real quick.
Wes, this guitar sounds like it's distorting to me. Do you hear that? Is it?
There's like a little, some sort of little buzz thing going on with it. It's not distorting, yeah, I don't know. Do you guys hear it over the live stream? If so, let us know, because, yeah, I noticed that too. But a lot of times I'll notice like a little kind of buzz or something, and then no one on the live stream, everyone thinks I'm crazy. And I'm like, but I think that, yeah, it just, maybe it's, definitely doesn't sound like it's distorting though.
All right, so here's the pickup. Obviously, it's gone now, so nothing there. It doesn't hum or anything. If you put it, it doesn't matter if it's the middle position or not. I guess it doesn't change. It doesn't change things, volume. So Rob and I, or Rob mainly, trying to figure out what to do with that switch now. If you take the pickup out, there's some things that you could do with that. So, hey, Wes, show Rob some of the other grill cloths that he's thinking.
Oh, okay.
Bye, Pat Evans.
Let's see. So,
oh yeah, there's that. That's kind of a silvery one.
right, and then,
And there's a gold one. It might match this pickup better than this. Yeah.
right.
And then show them that gold there. That would be kind of nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then you also have one that's the all black thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I have an all black one in the house.
Right. So what guitar do you think you're gonna try that on next? Have you thought about that?
I haven't.
Because when you do, we definitely need to make a video on that. Do not do that without me here. Because if you want this to become a thing, we gotta show it a before and after to get like a true,
Right.
you know? Because I don't remember what this thing sounded like without the back pickup in it. No one else does, you know? Do you?
Yeah, I do.
So what do you think the overall?
It has more high end.
And is that a good thing though? I don't know that that's necessarily a good thing, is it?
I don't know. It's hard to have it both ways. I don't know.
Rob said he'll have both of the grill cloths in the next day or two. So
Yeah, I don't know if it's right for this guitar. I don't know. I'm now I'm like, you know, thinking, well, maybe it's not the best for this. I don't know.
yeah, we'll have to ask William Melton if he
Oh yeah.
what's going on with his, because he was gonna do it in his Epiphone.
Well, he did. He took out that pickup,
Right.
and he likes the guitar much better.
Right. So that'd be interesting. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know that is the right. Yeah. So John Smith says King Snake guitars. I'm not sure what King Snake one bone guitar. Can you do a review of one of these? Have you heard of that before?
No, but it sure sounds like a nice guitar.
King Snake one bone guitar. Huh. Yeah. Well,
Don't ever kill a king snake.
Yeah.
Our other place where we used to live, last year we lived there, I killed 8 rattlesnakes.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that big snake you got on a fishing hook?
Yeah.
Was under a rock, and Wes, little boy, gets a fishing pole and hooked the snake and dragged him out.
Yeah, it was big too. It had like 16 rattles on it or something.
Huge snake. Good God.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Do you want to play a song with this?
Sure. What are you going to play?
I'm going to play Pinup House, maybe. Okay, there. How's that?
That sounds good. It sounds better when it's mixed in with that the track compared to how it sounded finger. It sounds a little, I don't know, too bright with that finger style.
Well, did you have the overhead mic on?
No, I killed it.
You did? Sounded too bright with the fingerstyle?
Yeah, it just didn't sound like an L5.
Yeah.
Like didn't.
Oh, that's problematic. Well.
Yeah, and I don't know what.
It lets the top vibrate more, and it's got.
I think Richard Jenkins is onto something here. He said you should take out the back pickup and do it on one of those 372s. See what that does. I think that'd be interesting for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we could try that. We could do that.
Yeah, because I don't know. That thing seems like it has more potential to make a difference. Because, yeah, like, I just don't know that you want, like, an L5 already has such an awesome sound. Like, why do you want to mess with it, you know?
Well, the reason I started messing with it is because I didn't think it had such an awesome sound. I mean, you know.
Really? That thing sounds amazing. Yeah. Anyway, John Smith is also onto something here with these King Snake guitars.
King Snake, let's
yeah.
see him. Do you have one?
Yeah, so...
What the heck? Let's see him.
Yeah, they look pretty sweet, man.
Oh, that's like a 330, I suppose, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different models, too.
Oh.
There's like a 175.
Oh, no, that would be worth looking into, huh?
Yeah.
Poison Burst. What does that headstock look like? King Snake. Looks like a Lloyd Lauer, whatever. Huh, that's neat.
Yeah, so...
That's brand new. What about, see that one for 2105? The PAFs? Yeah. You know, is that fat body or is that thin? Thin.
Yeah, that's a thin thing. Yeah. Yeah, they look kind of cool, though. I definitely have never heard of them, so it's good to have them on the radar.
Oh, is that?
Look at this guy. Oh, that's a thin thing, too.
Is it? You better look. Oh, yeah, it is.
Well,
oh, no, it's not.
That's kind of mid.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Wow, 2-bone archtop electric, made in Japan. Huh? They're made in Japan?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of cool, though. Got some cool finishes.
That's nice.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at the tuners on that one. Oh, it's just stock. Okay, I thought there was something different.
Yeah, they look like they're pretty good, high quality. I mean, at least the build behind them. I mean, if they're, charging $2,200 for it, would be worth checking into that.
We could check into that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you, John. That's an awesome little tip there, for sure. Cool.
Did I see John Stevens there? Hi, John. Rich, would you make 2 strings tied to... Oh. Oh. Thank you, John.
So yeah, I don't know if I missed any questions here, but if you guys, if I missed your question, can you throw it back into the chat and we'll ask it and get it answered for you.
Hey, I was going to do on Broadway because remember we were going to do a lesson on.
Okay.
I got to tune the guitar right. The track is out of tune.
Yeah. So. Crap. And how does a track become out of tune?
I know I could tune it. I would assume I could tune it in Studio One, wouldn't you think?
Probably. Yeah, I would think you'd be able to, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, one of the things we were going to do is we were going to talk about. Let's do a lesson on the blues scale.
Right. Oh, real quickly, Adrian, she does have a question here. What pick do you use? And so you have several different picks.
Yeah, I like this one here. You see that? It's not focused.
Go to this camera. Tortex Flex.
Mm-hmm. I like that one. Then I've got some of these.
Cortex.
Mm-hmm. And then I got some of these. Dunlop ones. These are a little...
You like put it in the frame? Like what? Clayton,
yeah. Those are mainly the three I use. And I'll put holes in some of them like this.
Put it down, like get it into the frame. There.
Drill some holes in them if you want to hold on to them.
Do they have gauges?
Yeah, this is 1 mil. Usually it's 1 mil.
Right. Jim says send him that track and he'll pitch correct it for you.
Oh, really? Oh, cool. Thanks, Jim.
D. White asked, have you played any Carvin guitars?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Carvin, yeah. Boy, back in the day, that was... are they still around? I mean, they were a bargain, man. Carvin equipment was a bargain compared to everything else. They made them in San Diego, I think. And one of the things that... I remember getting this one guitar, getting the Carvin catalog, man, that was always cool to get that catalog. I did order a guitar once, and they built it for me, and it was fantastic. It had 2 humbuckers. It also had, the acoustic guitar sound coming off the bridge. I forget why I sent it back. I think because it was 24 fret. I don't know why, but I thought the build on it was beautiful. But I did send it back and got my money back. I just wasn't, it didn't knock me out as much as I thought it would.
Richard points out that King Snake guitars are built in the Terada factory where Japan Gretsch and other great guitars are built. They make nice stuff. The Japanese DAngelico guitars were also built at the Terada factory. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Carvin guitars are Kessel now? Or is that what it says?
Yeah, Kessel. Keisel. I don't know how to say that. Al says he loved the old Carvin version of the 335.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to check out that Keisel.
I wonder how much you can get type in Carvin guitars on Reverb and see what they got available as far as used guitars.
Carvin, like Roland's here, Roland Mueller, he's a Jazz Guitar Accelerator guy, and he said he had a Carvin amp. They made pretty decent
They make
amps.
nice amps. I mean, point-to-point amps. And yeah, Colin Kiffin has a couple of those amps. They're nice. They're fun to play.
Yeah, Carvin.
Hey, see that
Here's
guitar
one
for
for you.
13 there?
Yeah.
That was kind of what I ordered.
Right.
something
I
like
remember that. That was, oh man, that was 30 plus years ago.
Yeah. Look at that. It's got a ton of knobs.
Yeah, that's what someone was saying. D. White was saying they were one of the first guitars to put the crazy kind of pickups or the electronics in there, the MIDI stuff, and
Yeah. Yeah, that was a cool guitar.
yeah.
So you remember that, huh?
Here's their
Oh, yeah.
S550. That's I think the one that Al is talking about. Well, maybe not. I guess that'd be like our answer to a 335, right? Cool flame. That's a great piece of wood that they use there.
It?
Man,
It's cool.
like marbled out. Yeah, I still think though this is probably what you want.
Yeah, that's. I could see myself at that.
Me too. That'd be great.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. W.C. Ray said, yeah, Carvin classic tube amps sound great, sort of hard to service. W.C. Ray says the vintage series amps were spectacular. So, yeah. I wonder whatever happened to it. Because they had that shop down there by Guitar Center in Hollywood, right?
Yeah, they had a nice big shop there. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
They would have all the returns there.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah. So anyway, yeah, let's do this lesson.
Do you hear a buzz?
All I hear is your stupid fan that you have to have on all the time. So that's what I hear.
Yeah, good. All right, so the lesson is on, it's called the blues potential. So,
Blues scale potential.
yeah, okay, thank you. If we, the blues scale, number one, first, people don't learn the blues scale. They start with the pentatonic. And you're missing out on the blue note. And if you notice, the scale kind of has a tendency to have a leading tone effect to the fifth degree. You want to hear that E note there, right? And let's say we're in the key of A minor. Right? So it kind of leads to that note. So now, if you get the lesson, I talk about how each one of these scales, the way you place the blues scale, it has a tendency to have a certain effect. So I call this, or its sound, I call this the biker bar. Okay, so that's A blues played against A minor. Now, if we take a look at a blues scale and we started on the fifth degree, so in other words, I'm going to play in the key of A minor, I'm going to start on E. It has a tendency to have that leading tone effect and focus on the ninth. So you hearing it? So I'm playing off the ninth or the fifth of the chord. So if I was to let's say play on a track, here's a minor blues in, let's try this. So just a minor blues in C. That's, now I'm going to fifth. So here's the root. Here's fifth. The root. Fifth. Root. Fifth. Root. Fifth. All right. So anyway, isn't that cool? You're just playing a blues scale based off the fifth degree. Now, so I like to call that the jazz, smooth jazz sound. Oh yeah, actually, Breezin' would be a good song to do this over. Now the next scale is the blues based off the sixth. So the sixth of, let's say, key of C. Hold on, it's Breezin'. I'm looking for Breezin' on here. Based on the key of C, it would be an A minor. So here we are in the key of C. And so when I play the blues scale based on A, I've got that leading tone into the third of the chord. You got it? So if I'm in the key of C, my two scales, my three scales would be a C blues, the fifth of C, the G minor, and then the sixth if I'm doing a C major sound. So let's hear the difference between. So this is blues based off the sixth. Here's blues based off the root. Here's me going back and forth between the two. Now, let me go off the fifth. Six, root. Fifth. Six. Root. Six. Oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake. We base it off, you can base it off the fifth, or, check this out, you can base it off the third of the C major. So I was thinking the minor off the fifth, it sounds great. Off the fifth with a major, you can mix it with it based off the root too. But off the third, sounds great. So E blues. Six, third. Six, third, root, fifth, 6. I mean 3rd. Six. Root. Fifth. Tell you what, that's about all you need to know for pop music. Is playing really get the blues scale, learn how to play it off the root, the 5th, the 3rd, and the 6th. Just play those scales, and the scale will take care of itself. All right, as long as you don't throw a bunch of other junk in there, just stick to those scales, and you bounce back and forth between those scales. A, E, A, A, E. The root. So you kind of throw them in there and go bounce back and forth. You get really a cool sound. Okay, that concludes today's lesson. Thank you and good night.
I put the the link to that the full lesson in the chat there if you want it. It's low priced. Help you tremendously. Tons of stuff there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go get it for sure if you're definitely want to maximize your blues scale potential. So yeah, it's 12:40. You know what that means?
It's time for guitar news.
Yeah.
Oh, about time.
It is time for guitar
All right,
news.
go Wes, go.
All right, so you and several of our viewers are dealing with arthritis in your hands, which has impacted your playing a bit.
Yes, that's true.
Well, now we're hearing from Keith Richards, Rolling Stones, also dealing with a fair bit of arthritis. In a long new interview with the BBC, the 80-year-old says his arthritis is actually helping him learn new things on the guitar. He says he'll never stop learning the guitar. People, you can't master the guitar. He says, quote, "The fascinating thing is that the more you play it, the less you know it.
Yeah.
It provides you with endless questions. You can never know the whole thing. It's impossible." And so that's what he's saying about guitar. The Stones actually have a new album coming out in about a week and a half called Hackney Diamonds. Sounds like they haven't missed a beat, although they apparently got this 32-year-old guy named Andrew Wyatt to produce the new album and inject some youthfulness into that new album. Wyatt's a big pop producer for a bunch of mainstream artists like Post Malone and Miley Cyrus. He also did some stuff with Ozzy Osbourne not that long ago. So this guy's been around the block. But back to the arthritis with Keith Richards, he says his hands at this point are pretty gnarled. But when he was asked about whether it has impacted his playing, he says, quote, "Funny enough, I have no doubt that it has, but I don't have any pain. It's sort of a benign version. I think I've slowed down a little bit, but it's probably more due to my age." So he goes on to say, I also found that it's interesting when I'm like, I can't quite do that anymore. The guitar will show me there's another way of doing it. Some fingers will go one space different, and then a whole new door opens. And so you're always learning. You never finish school, man. That's what he said.
That's true. Words were never spoken.
Yeah. So one thing that I was curious about was the stiffness, which he didn't really talk about. He only mentioned pain and that he doesn't have a whole lot of pain behind it. But that's different for you, right? I mean, your hands hurt sometimes, right?
Yes.
So.
And they're tight and swollen, and
Right.
yeah.
But do you? I mean, in touching on that, do you feel like, are you learning new ways of playing, like stuff that you played one way your whole life? Now, are you finding that you have to go back and learn new ways to play it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't do a bar chord anymore.
Right.
So you just don't do it.
Well, you haven't been able to do a bar chord in forever, and it's not like you would ever even use a bar chord anyway, right?
Well, I mean,
So I'm talking about, like, say, you're playing a fingerstyle version of Shadow of Your Smile, and then all of a sudden there's this stretch move that you can't do anymore, but you have to figure out a way to still do that melody. So does it kind of force you to be a little more creative, right?
Yeah, you don't play as many chords that have 4 and 5 strings and 6 strings involved. You boil it down to 3.
Right.
And just play more things then,
Right. Yeah. Anyway, moving on here. Fender appears to be teasing a signature bass that they might be coming out with in partnership with actor and musician Keanu Reeves. And that's according to a new kind of teaser post on social.
Who is she?
Keanu Reeves. Come on, man. What, have you been under a rock your whole life?
Oh, is that a guy?
Yeah, the guy that's done the Matrix movies and millions. This guy's been in so many movies. Oh my God. Of course, only you would not know who Keanu Reeves is.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Reeves has been in all kinds of movies. He even, he had that one of his earliest movies. He was a guitar player. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Remember those guys? They were in a band. Yeah.
He was Bill or Ted.
He was Ted. And Reeves. So Reeves actually plays bass in a band called Dogstar, and the trio actually is releasing their first album in 23 years, or they just did earlier this month. And during his time with this band, he's been playing a handful of different basses: Ernie Ball, Stingray, a classic Fender P bass. But now it looks as though Fender might be coming out with a signature model Keanu Reeves bass. They put out this Instagram post here just a couple days ago, so let me play it for you and check it out. Oh, come on, why is there no sound? Oh.
I moved to Hollywood, California when I was 20 years old, 1985. And that was my daydream. I wanted to act, I wanted to be in motion pictures. I had started pretty young. I had worked in Toronto, Canada. But part of that daydream too, when I moved out of the house, got in a car, drove here, I always wanted to play bass. I guess one of the things I love about this plank of wood is the physicality, the sense in the hand, tones. It seems just pretty. I love when I listen to it, I vibrate with the bass tones of it. It spoke to me. Yeah. It smells good. Don't quit your daydream. I always wanted to.
So yeah,
That's a great saying. Don't quit your day.
Isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty. He's a down to earth, cool guy. Fender wrote in the caption of the video, "The man, the myth, the legend. We've got something very special coming soon with Keanu Reeves. In the meantime, check out the new Dogstar album out now." So far, Fender has yet to officially confirm the release of a signature model with Keanu Reeves, but according to the post, there should be something coming soon, so we'll have to keep our eyes on this one for you guys. I've always liked Keanu Reeves. He's like a very down-to-earth guy for how big of a Hollywood star he is. For instance, he has no problem interacting with the public. He, the little town along Highway 101, Soledad.
Sure. Okay.
Tiny little one exit town. He stopped there to charge his Tesla and took photos with all the people at Starbucks, and so he does that kind of stuff all the time. Stops in these small towns, and so he's definitely has more of a human aspect to him compared to a lot of Hollywood stars, and yeah, it's a cool little video. So yeah, it would be interesting to see if Fender actually does team up with an actor for a.
I like Rob says. I thought you were going to say Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah. No, definitely not. Which that could be cool too. Johnny Depp, definitely.
Pirate guitar.
Well, we had that story last year where there's one guitar builder built him that crazy pirate guitar thing that had all kinds of like nautical and maritime stuff like carved into it and put on it, and it's like a compass and all this kind of stuff. All right. Anyway, couple famous and very expensive guitars going to be heading to auction next month. The first one is this psychedelic 1964 Gibson SG, known as the Fool. Has quite a history. This was Eric Clapton's guitar that he played during his years with the band Cream.
Oh, wow. Apparently,
George Harrison gave it to Clapton after Clapton had his prized Les Paul stolen. And so Julian's Auctions is the one selling it. You see that design is pretty unmistakable, but very, very 60s, right?
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
That'd make a nice Father's Day present.
Yeah, for sure. Julian's put together this kind of snazzy little YouTube video here to kind of tease it. You can see Clapton playing it and holding it and loving it. Clapton, so this was the guitar that he used to get that famous woman tone. You ever heard of that before?
No.
Yeah, so apparently
woman.
Yeah. So he in this BBC, there's a guitar solo on the song Sunshine of Your Love.
Oh yeah.
That
so that's the guitar.
He had that. He got the tone using this guitar. He turned the tone knob all the way down and the volume all the way up. He demonstrated it on this BBC interview in 1968.
Oh, wow.
So it's got this. This thing's got a lot of kind of history to it, and it's just very cool. So Julian's is expecting the guitar to sell for about $2 million, up to $2 million. But oftentimes we've seen these guitars go way higher. The auction starts November 16th, so have your credit card handy for that. The other guitar is.
Do they offer financing?
I'm sure maybe the payment plan. And break it in half for you. The other guitar is this Fender Mustang owned by Kurt Cobain of Nirvana. It's known as the Sky Stang. And it's the guitar that Cobain played during his final public performance on Nirvana's In Utero concert tour, described as Cobain's workhorse because of the amount of playing it got during that tour. The guitar still has the same strings on it. He even had some black tape covering the Fender name because he hated corporations and sponsorships, and so he taped over the logo. I don't know if they peeled that tape off, but that was kind of a famous thing about that guitar, was it always had that piece of tape on it. Anyway, this guitar also expected to go for around $2 million. But as we all know, Kurt Cobain's guitars are record setters in the auctions. So his guitar has the world record for the most expensive guitar ever sold at an auction, and that was his 1959 Martin D18 guitar, which he played for the MTV Unplugged thing. That album sold over 6 million copies.
Is he left-handed, or is that picture backwards?
I can't remember. He might be left-handed. But anyway, and then he also had this darker blue Mustang that he played on the in the video for "Smells Like Teen Spirit," which is their most famous song. Sold for 4.5 million. So he's got like the two highest guitars ever.
Unbelievable.
6 million, 4.5 million. They're expecting this guy to go for up to 2 million, but I can almost assure you that it's probably going to go for more. Another interesting thing about the auction is they're going to be auctioning off a couple of other items, including a Kurt Cobain cardigan sweater and jeans and a pack of cigarettes that Cobain left at a rehab center. Left it behind. So
how do you verify that?
I don't know. I mean, Julian's has their ways.
Pack of oh god.
Yeah. So some old stale cigarettes probably go for $200,000. So I don't know. It's interesting. Definitely be ready to
shell out some bucks and get yourself some memorabilia.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Nice. I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I got for guitar news for you guys this week. And
thank you, Wes.
Yeah.
So look, since Wes does all this work, if you guys feel like it, please send him a tip. There's a way to do that in the things below, the links in there. You can send Wes a little tip, and that would make him very happy.
Yes, it would, for sure. Yeah, in the description of this chat, you can find a couple ways to give me a quick tip, and it would be very helpful, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah, shave that. Get a haircut.
Yeah.
Get a real job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know a lot of you have done that in the past, and he really appreciates that.
Right. So there are some questions here that I wanted to get to. William Cole. Hi, Rich. Do you have any experience playing late 1960s Gibson-made Epiphone Broadway guitars? Any thoughts? Late 60s Epiphone Broadway. Probably pretty cool.
Yeah, no thoughts, no experience necessary.
Let's see. Itmofo says, Rich, do you know where and how I can learn how to set up an archtop guitar properly? Do you have a course on this? I've got a secondhand archtop and it's my first one and I don't know how to set it up.
Well, we do have some videos on setting up a guitar,
Yeah, I think if you go to our channel page, you can type in the search bar, so it just searches our own channel. I don't have time to look it up at this moment, but we do have several videos on setting up a guitar. So if you go to our channel page, search our channel for setup or setting up, or I would just type those into the search bar. Action, maybe a good one, or you should be able to find some resources there that way. Definitely. Yep.
Yeah, somebody had mentioned that they were quoted like $500 and $600 to set up a guitar.
Wow.
Yeah, an electric guitar.
Yeah, Itmofo, same guy. One guitar shop quoted me $400 to set it up, not including strings. Another one quoted $600, but with strings. Where do you live, by chance? Are you in the San Francisco area?
Bel Air.
Yeah, that's a lot of suggestions here for your arthritis there. W.C. Ray, gin-soaked raisins are the best for your arthritic hands.
Yeah, trust me, I've done that. Yeah, you eat 16 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
A meta, gin soak, raisin, in Thousand Oaks. Yeah, so yeah, that I've done that. I don't recall it working really good.
Yeah, and Adrian Lee, she says weed soaked in alcohol, very good for this.
Weed.
There you go. Yeah.
And then how do you ingest it?
I don't know. She says it's an old grandma recipe. How do you just eat it?
Weed?
Swallow it. Yeah. Yummy.
You mean pot, marijuana?
That would be what.
That would be grandma's
that's
recipe.
Weed. That's weed. I'm assuming she doesn't mean go out to the garden and pull some weeds and soak it
A
in
dandelion.
Right. D. White, curcumin, the best ingredient in turmeric, is a great natural anti-inflammatory nutrient. So.
Yeah, I've taken that, and I don't know. It's a lot of people love that. I don't know. It upsets my stomach.
It's such a baby. God. Oh, my stomach. So I'm so I can keep complaining about my hands.
That's right. Yeah.
Makes my stomach hurt. It Mofo says, his guitar only cost him $450, so a $400 setup on it is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gary Smith with a question on the blues scale potential lesson here. Do you base it off the flat third?
No.
Is E flat, i.e. E flat blues, A blues, G blues, and C blues sound great?
Yeah, we were over a C major chord. So then you've got the A blues, the E blues, and if you wanted to, you could do the off the root. You know, it's a lot more like I said. That's the biker bar. Here's the barn. I call it the barn. A blues. And then off the E would be the Steakhouse Jazz Club. Okay, and then off a minor chord, you can go off the fifth. So, okay.
Awesome. So let's see. Eddie Davis says, does Reeves ever play jazz bass? I highly doubt it. You heard kind of some of the stuff he was playing in that video, and he doesn't seem like he's the most skilled player. W.C. Ray seconds that. He says, sorry, but he and Depp should stick to movies. Both are music embarrassments. Yeah, Johnny Depp's pretty interesting. He can sing okay, I guess. So, but most actors know how to sing. Al says that Eric Clapton tone is the main reason he wound up with a 68 SG Standard in 1969. Yeah. Sure wish he had kept that. Yeah, that would be sweet. Let's see. Fool Design Collective painted that SG.
Okay.
Maybe Outside Woman Blues. Let's see. Roland Mueller. There's a guy on YouTube that looks like Keanu Reeves. People say he is pretending to be Keanu because he interacts with the public. I'm not sure it is really him or not. Let's see. I thought Todd Rundgren owned it. Clapton was using that the Fool guitar when I saw Cream in San Francisco in March of '68. Oh, that's super awesome. That's super cool.
That's very neat.
Yeah. Robin's requesting a lesson on Kurt Cobain technique. Maybe a fingerstyle version of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Oh, thank God we got the phone back.
Yeah,
in
time to go. That
Sweet.
Phone call is from the doctor saying it's time to go.
Roland says, I thought David Gilmour's Black Stratocaster auctioned off for a record $8 million. No, I think it was more. I think it was less than those two, maybe 5. So no. Adrian Lee says you soak your hands in the weed and alcohol. Don't drink it. So yeah, have to talk to Pony, get some of his weed, and soak it in alcohol.
Like bourbon?
If anyone is thinking of turmeric, my doctor says Pure Synergy has the purest form of turmeric for those trying to get the anti-inflammatory effect. That's a tip from Tom. Thank you for that, Tom. Let's see. SG Harris 49 says, how do you learn a jazz guitar piece if there is no music? There's a Phil Upchurch song I've always liked called Sausalito Blues, but can't find any music for it.
You have to use your ear. Try to find the tonal center of the song and go from there.
Right.
That's how you used to do it.
Yeah, well, very slowly.
So, one measure at a time, one beat at a time. Well,
I mean, isn't there, can't you buy those programs that, like, you can feed the song in there and it, Sibelius or whatever, doesn't that?
No, that doesn't do it. There's a thing called Transcribe that might do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sibelius doesn't do that, no.
I would look up and see if there's an app or something that, or a program that you could buy that, you play a song and it spits out some music for you. That might be an option. I'm sure that technology exists. I'm actually positive it does.
Yeah, well, maybe it does. Okay, we got to go. I want to thank you.
Why are you in such a rush?
Because I got lessons today. I'm done.
Okay.
It's a 2-hour show.
Just make it awkward, though. You can just kind of end it. Like, okay, let's go. We gotta go. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
I'm freaking spaz, man.
Well, I think we've covered everything on the list.
Yeah. So, all right, hurry. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Thank you for joining us. I was playing this hoping you'd get the hint.
And I was purposely ignoring it because we're cruising. We don't have anywhere to be. I'm looking at your calendar. I have stuff sooner than you have stuff on your calendar, by the way. So.
Well, thank you again. And next week, remember, we got Mike Dana going to be with us. And got some more things planned. Wes, you got some things planned for next week?
Yeah, cleaning out the studio so we can fit 3 people in it.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll see you guys later. And thank you again. Remember, this is your live stream. And so if you're not here,